Why the fuck y'all waiting so long to tell me about it?
Yeah, like I've already been there. I've already known about that. The fucking pop machine, I've known about that. Just saying.
Yeah, I'm wilding today.
How's everybody going?
I want to yell at again.
Yeah, but I thought that was just a bait.
It is. I just don't want to get yelled at again.
Oh, look at that. Are you sure it would be? Because I gotta get back. I don't think I've ever been on.
Oh, I'm so sorry that I had to disappear, everybody, but you guys already know what it is. I had to go wait to set up the fucking laptop, which today you guys are gonna have a distorted view because, let's just be real, YouTube, I'm not getting the fuck back up to fix the fucking laptop, so let's be real about that right now. Now, the lives have already gotten it, but of course we have to go ahead and give it to y'all. Y'all already know what it is, what it do, whenever we do. It's the motherfucking homeboys Rico T and Tommy Guns in this bitch one time. The RCYJ show, welcome back. We got the Puerto Rican Carl Winslow and Tommy Guns. Yes, sir. We here to stay.
Why is my printer in there making noise? You ain't printing nothing.
You ain't printing shit.
I took the paper out and shut the laptop off, fucked up in the middle.
And that's facts. Real printer.
I got half a fucking page.
So, first off, ladies and gentlemen, hello. Welcome back to another RCYJ show. We are glad that y'all are here today. Me and Tommy were having a debate, which is going to be the focus of this podcast. But of course, we need to go ahead and get the real and more important shit out of the way first.
What's that?
Tommy, what's going on with you, dog?
Same shit, different day. A few more, well, shitting a little more out, so a little less pounds. How's everybody doing? I'm good, just chilling, relaxing, getting some water. Yeah, another day in paradise. At least we ain't like these other motherfuckers around this world. I've been hearing a lot about these snowstorms lately. Play that game a lot around the world. I hear a lot of bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
I be laughing at these motherfuckers. I really do. I don't miss that fucking snow whatsoever.
You know what I like to do? I got two people who constantly send me either photos or snaps, and I'm dealing with a snowstorm. So what I like to do is I like to put on a beanie and a jacket, go outside, and then send a snap video back of me acting like I'm freezing with nothing but sunshine around me. Just to be a dickhead. Or sometimes what I like to do is like in February when it's really bad for them, I'll get photos of shit and I'll take a day and I'll go to the beach and I'll be there just shorts, nothing else. And I'm like, yeah, fuck freezing out here too, yo. Can't take this shit no more. I'm tired of this. I'll be on that dickhead shit because I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, I definitely laugh at them.
I do too. And then they always want to. They always want to be like, why don't you want to move back? No.
I'm not dealing with that shit.
You think I want to have to wake up fucking an hour before I have to just to fucking shovel the car and fucking...
None of that shit worth it. You really think about it, none of that shit worth it. What the fuck is wrong with you? Get the fuck out of there. Everybody should fucking move to a nicer weather.
I honestly...
I hate the hot weather sometimes. Don't get me wrong. I hate the hotness. I'd much rather have coldness, but I don't want to deal with the snow.
I know, like, you hear a lot of people say it, and I know that at some points it does sound cliche. But the other thing that I think of, too, is I can't go back home for the simple fact of it would be way too easy to get into trouble out there. Like, stupid situations would just arise, and eventually I feel like I'd slip.
You need to be an adult.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying. But I just don't want to have to be around that shit to where it would even present itself to me. Which is why I left up north and why I'm not really a fan of Florida, let's be fucking real, but I'm here till my kid's 18. After that, I'm gone. I'm gone. He can come with me, he can stay with his mother, he can go off, do his own thing, go to Harvard, Yale. I'm hoping he goes Ivy League or some shit. If not, comedy's in his future. But either way, I'm gonna try to get him to go and do great things, and I'm gone.
He can be in a podcast talking shit about you making millions. That's what your son's gonna do.
Probably.
Podcast talking shit about all the things you did to him. And he's gonna use our podcast as a reference. So we're gonna be like long dead, and our podcast is gonna be like a pulpit of the like bad parenting you did and all the yelling at you do during the pet. Look at some of the episodes. You talk some major shit.
But that's talking shit. I don't actually do this shit to my kid, which you know.
But that's going to be the problem. we're not gonna have any proof. It's gonna be what your kid said. And he's gonna have video proof of us talking shit. That's how we're gonna finally go viral, bro. But we gonna be gone, so it ain't gonna matter.
The truth will come out. And you know what? I talk a lot of shit, but I'm also the parent who like I had to do it the other day. Like I already have, I'd say like hypersensitive hearing, or maybe I'm using the wrong term. I have sensitive hearing, so like high pitched noises bother me a little bit more than they bother, like, say they would bother you. And he has this high pitched scream that he does that is like I'm surrounded by nails on a chalkboard. And he did it, and I just immediately, like, that was a trigger. I lost my shit, and I yelled at him.
What do nails on a chalkboard do?
Just the sound.
It's just the sound of you?
The sound. It triggers me. Like, it hits me that hard.
I'm asking you, forget that. This is a question to pretend like you didn't tell me this. Or what do nails going across the chalkboard like that do to you when people do that shit?
It literally sends me into a rage.
I couldn't rage. That's legitly, like, if I was ever really mad at you and you was scared, that's my kryptonite. I'm done. You take me down to a knee if it's bad enough. Like, I'm not bullshitting. That noise fucking, it sends me to a knee. It's done it before.
Yeah.
I cannot take that fucking noise. That's
So, we're on the same page about that shit. Like, but it triggers me and sends me into a rage. Like, that sound really bothers me, and he did a screech like that, and I yelled at him, but I waited a few minutes because he was very quiet, and I could hear him back there sniffling, and then I was like, baby, we're going to have a conversation. He said, okay. I said, listen, I'm sorry for reacting the way that I did. I said, but you made that sound, and for some reason, it messes with my head a little bit, and that's why I don't like you doing that. Because it saves me from having to feel like that, and then it saves you from having to be yelled at because it's something that I can't control. Like, so just please don't do that. I'm sorry for yelling at you. I love you. And he just goes, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I just got excited watching this. I love you. And I was like, I love you too. We good? Gave me a fist bump and then the with the fingers, and then we was chilling. It was good shit. That is the shit that my kid gets on any given fucking day. And even when he's really pissed me off, like sometimes when we do his homework, and I can see that he's purposely not paying attention. He's trying to irritate me, hoping that I'll just stop. But I don't. And I just look at him and I go, hey, it's okay. I'm like, you're calm. I'm calm. We got this. But then, like, the lower that I say it, he's getting my nerve because I'll be like, hey, I'm calm. You're calm. But he knows that I'm getting fucking pissed at that point when it sounds like that. But that's how I am with them all the fucking time. Like 98% of the time, I will honestly say that with me and him, it's always giggles and laughter and playing around and stuff like that. Like I talk a lot of shit, but me having a kid, I get to show him unconditional love, but I also get to act like a kid, and I am just a really big kid at fucking heart. So that just it makes it even better for me. Like I can't tell you how many times he'll be engulfed and he watches a lot of Charlie's Number Blocks and stuff like that. And then he'll just randomly stop watching and be like, come on, let's play fight. And then he wants to play fight. And then he has this thing where he tries to dig his nails into my chest and he's like, I'm taking your power. So then I gotta act like I'm dead. And then he's like, no, take your power back. And then I put him in a submission hold. We be coming up with crazy shit to do. And it's fucking hilarious.
That's good. That's the good part.
And I do love the fact that he's seriously like one of his favorite places to go. I get asked every week, can we go to the comic store? Can we go to the comic store? And I'm like, this is the shit that I've been waiting for. Like I didn't get that with Bentley. Like Bentley's into the comic book shit, but not like that. But Xander's like, no, can we go? And it's not just because he wants to look at the Transformers toys. He likes looking at the comics and shit too. So I'm like, yes.
Does he get any comics?
He's got a fucking stack and a half.
Are you reading them?
Yeah, I read them with him. Dude, he's got a stack and a half. Scooby-Doo and Batman, other like little Batman comics, Fighting His Amazing Friends, Young Jedi Adventures. He's got comics. He's got a nice little collection. So, I mean, shout out to my kid for being nerdy with me. And now we're going to actually go into the fucking topic that we were talking about this. So, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to ask out this question. I'm so sorry that I completely went off, but I'll be honest, I've been in a very pensive mood lately. And I'm thinking about like a lot of shit. Not exactly an existential crisis, but I'm just thinking about life because I have periods where like I go through that. And that segues perfectly into my fuck you session. The first fuck you is the more important one. Second one, not so important, but I'm going to shout it out anyways. But the first one that this whole conversation segues into is, this one goes to, the people who, make children, men, women, when you get pregnant and shit like that. But this one goes to the fathers and this one also goes to the mothers because mothers do it too. But to those of you who make a child and then just want absolutely nothing to do with that child, or you treat them like shit, I understand if like you have a child you don't believe in, the A word, but you want to give it up for adoption. Okay, that's because that's something that you don't believe in. Like I could understand that. But if you just willingly do it because you made that fucking child and you just know that you're not going to give a shit about that kid, I don't fucking understand how y'all could do that. And y'all are pieces of fucking shit because the greatest fucking joy in my life is being a dad. And I'm going to be real with y'all. I barely, and I mean barely, it's down to faded memory, remember what I was like before I was a dad. Like, I really don't. I don't remember what life was like before I had a kid. And you know what? As stressful as it can be, those have still been the best years of my life. I wouldn't trade my kid for the fucking world. And just little shit that he does, like, I'll pick him up from the daycare, whatever, we'll get home, and he'll come up to me randomly and be like, you know what I just realized? And I'm like, what? And he's like, I didn't give you a hug. And I'm like, exactly. Just give me a fucking hug. Like, let's go. So we have a good old hug. And it's just, I love little shit like that. But that's not the point. We're gonna stop doing the sweet shit. We're gonna talk about the topic of today's fucking episode because we need to get into this fucking shit. I'm going against Tommy on this. I think any given day of the week, Bruce Lee fucks Chuck Norris up.
We're not talking about fight. You're taking this the wrong way, and that's almost fight. I never once said Chuck Norris wins. Chuck Lee. See, they're gonna like a kid after this fight. It's gonna morph into one character. No, Chuck Lee. No,
Chuck Lee.
What the question is, that's what I try to say, is you said, because this is what your scenario is, Chuck Norris died the other day. You said immediately.
Got into heaven, went past the pearly gates, and got fucked up by Bruce Lee.
Immediately you said Bruce Lee was waiting for him.
Yeah.
For the fight. He's in for an ass whipping, talking shit.
Yeah.
For saying he can't lose. So Bruce Lee the first to challenge. Okay, all good. I understand all that. Now my question was never who would win. So I didn't say that. I think we would agree on that. My question is, does Chuck Norris shit his pants or not? I mean, or is he ready for the fight? Does he take the fight? Because everybody's a big Chuck Norris fan. That's what I want to hear. Chuck Norris fans to see what they got to say. So I'm not a Chuck Norris fan. I do know the song and shit. I used to have to listen to that shit. I've never seen that fucking show. Little bits here and there. My stepdad's a huge fan.
It was a decent show for the time.
I didn't watch it. I've seen it before. Don't get me wrong.
The remake is garbage.
I didn't even know there was a
remake. Yeah, with one of the brothers from Supernatural.
Yes, I did. I remember about fucking saying this fucking Walker, Texas Ranger.
But
he was an idiot. I mean, they realize that? Like, he's a big idiot. Did he do okay in the role?
No.
Was he a big idiot?
For the most part. Like, a lot of it was luck. And other people. He just, he was not meant for that role. And they gave it to him. And
he's going to do a remake of MacGyver next.
No, they already have a remake going on. Or they did. And apparently that one actually did really good. I didn't watch it.
I'm never seen it.
I saw the original.
I watched a lot of TV. I still watch TV.
Yeah, I've seen the original. But no, going back. I think, personal opinion, I think Chuck Norris takes the fight, but he's going to shit his pants. Because he knows that even though he's trying to man up and take the fight, he can't win.
I don't think about winning or losing at that fucking point. I think Chuck Norris is tough enough that he don't want that fight. Because the biggest fear in a fight is what? Dying? You're already dead. You're already dead.
Exactly, but now...
So I don't think he shits his pants.
No, I think he does, though. And here's why. Because you got to understand, they're already dead. So there's no repercussions of dying. Okay, we get that. But you're up there in the afterlife. Unless you believe in resurrection and you don't think you're getting resurrected, you're up there for eternity. You're having fun for eternity. Not Chuck Norris. He's getting his ass whooped for eternity.
Bruce Lee would get tired of that shit.
No, he wouldn't. He'd constantly come up and find new creative ways.
Somebody else would talk shit. Somebody else would be dying. Need a new challenge. Bruce Lee ain't gonna want to beat that same ass all the time. Bruce Lee's like a Goku. Let's be honest. He wants a new challenge. Goku ain't trying to fight fucking Piccolo for the 50,000th time, is he? No, he needs a new challenge. Piccolo, he already beat fucking way back in Dragon Ball. That dude ain't worth it. Ain't worth it.
But
that's what he does with people he don't think is worth it no more. He turns them into his friends. So that's what fucking Chuck Norris is gonna do to get done too. He get his ass whipped, and then he's gonna be like fucking Bruce Lee's fucking Piccolo. He became fucking Bruce Lee's Piccolo in Afterlife. Now he's following him around, learning how to fight, pretend like he's relevant, pretend like he mattered. When lo and behold, all he is another Krillin.
How'd you jump from Piccolo to Krillin?
They're the same. They didn't start off the same. Piccolo turned into Krillin. Krillin, when Piccolo was introduced, he was Piccolo. By the time fucking Dragon Ball Z come around, a little bit into that, he was Krillin. He's just another Krillin. I hate to say it, same thing happened to Vegeta. Granted, it happens later.
I think Chuck Norris, like, say a bunch of martial artists died, right? And Bruce Lee was doing that, turning them all into his friends, whole Dragon Ball theory. We're going to call it that right now, right? The Dragon Ball theory.
How did this turn into a Dragon Ball?
Just listen. Shh. I think Kakali, we're going to call him Kakali instead of Kakarot. Kakali. I think he makes his own little Z squad, but I'm telling you right now, fight me on this if you want, I don't care. I think Chuck Norris becomes the Yamcha.
It's irrelevant, because Yamcha is just like fucking Krillin too.
No, Yamcha's worse. Krillin lasts longer than Yamcha.
Now, there's a big argument that people think that Yamcha's stronger.
No.
Yamcha's irrelevant.
Yamcha is irrelevant, but no, there was that. I seen the clip, and I can't remember what fucking episode it was, but I know there was an episode or whatever. Krillin and Gohan were training, and Krillin was busting some shit. And then when he hit him with the 1,000,000-time solar flare, shit, even Gohan was like, yo, what the fuck just happened? I know this little bald motherfucker didn't just hit me with that shit. Krillin's strong as fuck.
Oh, I agree with you that Krillin's strong. Krillin's the strongest human.
Yeah, Krillin's strong as fuck. Yamcha, just fuck him.
No.
I personally...
So you think he's a Yamcha. It don't matter. That's what I'm saying. He'd be a Yamcha.
And
I still think he'd Piccolo.
I think Yajirobe's the best character.
Because back in the 80s...
When he was King Piccolo.
Yeah, back in the 80s, that Chuck Norris on Walker, Texas Ranger. He badass, everybody. Sorry, badass. But now you're getting 2026 fucking Chuck Norris. That's the one that died. He Piccolo. He's fucking Piccolo.
I think it's Chelsea.
I mean, who else is dying up there? You wanted to go to the Dragon. Who the fuck is Vegeta?
See, now that right there, you want me to be real about that? So I think that if anybody who we have right now is going to, maybe come close to Bruce Lee and be that ultimate rival, I'm stuck between two. I'm stuck between Jet Li, because that dude just has like an untouchable knowledge of different martial arts and everything about his background and stuff like that. But going with that, Donnie Yen is up there. Like, Donnie Yen is a crazy motherfucker.
I don't know who that is.
Ip Man.
Keep saying. Hold on, I see. But the problem I have right now is Jet Li has the one, the movie, the one.
Okay.
That's a pretty close exaggeration. The evil one could become Vegeta, so I can have the picture of kind of Vegeta-esque Jet Li in my head.
Yeah, but I think Donnie Yen, but I think that the problem too is I think that Donnie Yen as a, and I'm not saying I'm a fight expert in any way, shape, or fucking form. Let's just go ahead and throw that out there right now. I can only do my amateur, opinions and calculations and shit like that, and just the way that I think of things. And the dude is still a beast. Who, Donnie Yen?
Yeah.
Donnie Yen would fuck me up in 35 different flavors.
I don't know who the fuck this guy is.
He's done a lot of shit. But, my own little opinions and stuff, I feel like
I've never seen one of these IP mans, I don't think.
they're actually really good. I think that they're both very calculated martial artists. I do feel that Donnie Yen is a little bit more, I'd say, kind of strategic. I feel that Jet Li is strategic, but he also relies on pure, knowledge and just trusting his body. Because at this point, it doesn't matter who he's fighting. It's all fucking muscle memory. He's fought in every type of fucking fighter there is. He has to counter fucking everything. I think he's a little bit more ruthless, whereas Donnie Yen is a little bit more calculated. So personality-wise, I could see Jet Li. But if it came down to when it comes to being the strongest, it'd have to be between them two. And that's just real talk, big fucking facts. And a lot of the things that I like to do is, because, this dude actually does have the knowledge and stuff like that. But Michael Jai White actually has all these reels and stuff where he does interviews or shows and stuff. And he talks about the different martial artists and things like that. And, shit. And I like listening to a lot of his shit because he tends to agree with a lot of other people, or, they tend to agree with him and stuff like that because the dude is knowledgeable. He has a lot of dope shit that he fucking says. And anytime I see one of his reels and I know he's talking about fighters, I know that I'm going to stop and I'm going to fucking listen to this shit. Because he's been, I feel he's been pretty spot on with a lot of, the things that he says and the way that he feels about things. I also think that Michael Jai White is, underrated. That dude's just fucking crazy. That's just my personal opinion on the shit. That boy be fucking some shit up. But, we also have to, show respect to, of course, Jackie Chan. Jackie Chan's just a fucking man. Jackie Chan's still a motherfucking jail. We're talking real people right now.
Master Roshi. That's who Jackie Chan turned into. He's the Master Roshi. Master Roshi of it all. Master Roshi.
They actually wanted to do a Dragon Ball movie with him as Master Roshi.
I'm hurt. He shouldn't. They just should not do that. The biggest thing is if they're going to do it, don't fucking bring in these big actors. Can't do it.
I think they need to do.
No. First thing they need to do is go to contact the fucking makers of the Netflix One Piece. Say, yo, you guys know what the fuck you're doing when making an anime. Can you guys make us a fucking real Dragon Ball Z movie, fucking live action, that people fucking watch? Because if you give it to those people, they would make a great fucking movie. Because they have done fucking an amazing job with a very, very hard fucking script to come up with, and a lot of fucking money has to be put into that fucking show. That shit is badass. They've done amazing on anime. Best fucking live action anime I've ever seen in my life. Bar none. Only character I don't like from that show, if anybody watched One Piece, is Smoker. There's something off about it. I don't like their Smoker actor they got playing it.
I've never
watched One Piece.
Watched One Piece. I never have. The one thing that I do hate is, because anybody knows me, I'm an old comic book fan too. I grew up loving Zorro and stuff like that. Every time I try to search for something about Zorro, all I get is the Zorro from One Piece.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't give a fuck about this dude. I want the other one. The one. And the crazy part is,
He's like,
same name. The only difference between them is the one that I, am looking for, 2 R's. And I put 2 R's, but it still gives me the one with 1 R. And I'm like, fuck this dude. I don't care.
should have a free board. Stache, you're pretty big badass. Really fucking cool guy. Should like take, if nothing else, looking exceptions. They're both sword fighters. And even the actor, main actor, if they got for the live action, is really cool. And he's a real fighter too, so that's awesome.
I'm not saying it's bad shit. I just never seen it.
Yeah. That's really good shit. I'm surprised how little you watch manga and get into that stuff from, watch in comic books you are.
No.
You've never really got into them because watching Dragon Ball Z and reading the manga is
two different things. No, I know because I do have a few Dragon Ball Z volumes in manga form.
Like, for sure, it is definitely fucking better. It definitely, and let's be honest, if you can actually do the subtitles and shit.
Oh yeah, I would prefer to watch subtitles.
Fucking way better anyways, because they tend to have the actors they get to the voice actors tend to get the characters better, and it just hits you better.
Sometimes I've seen some animes where I do the subtitle and like I listen to one of the characters and I'm like, why does your voice sound a lot higher than it fucking should?
That's usually the better actors. If they're more depth into the character, they take their time, they understand the character. When they're doing the American thing, you're pretty much just reading the fucking lines mostly. That's why it turns out different.
But the American one, like,
I get what you're saying. I prefer to watch it my way, in America. The reason why is because I'm going to have a better time following the story that way. I don't really want to have to read everything. But I will say that anime can be better just sitting there and fucking watching in the fucking Japanese anime. Because one of them is, I mean, you don't see the thing, but one of the scenes that I remember that hits harder is an old Bleach scene in the Bleach arc, where Jin is turning bad and everything, and he's on the bridge, and Rukio's getting ready to die, and she's coming up to him, and he's getting ready to execute him, and he just basically says, I'll save you if you want. The American version just comes off so dull and plain, and you can tell the actor doesn't know anything that's going on in the scene or nothing. It comes off bad. Whereas the Japanese version, it hits hard because he's like a little smartass. Because you could tell he's not really offering to save her. It's like, I could save you if you really ask me to. Like, just being a smartass right then and there. But then it goes even deeper than that, because in that you realize the scene later, this is how deep these characters actually read their lines and shit. They realize later, oh shit, he might have actually been, because he was actually kind of good and was trying to find it out to fucking save somebody maybe. So maybe that line was there. But it's just that they interpret the characters better, it tends to be, in my opinion. But anyways. Puzzle time. Don't want to interrupt this program. But we go so far off our topic of Bruce Lee and Chuck Norris. Because there ain't no debate. I honestly think Bruce Lee would kick his ass too. That's just my opinion. I don't fucking know. I don't know the two fighters.
I've been watching a lot of fighting shit lately. I don't know why. I get in those modes where I want to watch it. You can watch a lot of UFC shit on Paramount Plus now. So I remember for a while we were watching those, the Ultimate Fighter things and shit like that. And I'm not going to lie, I do like the UFC. I've gotten away from watching it for a few years. I still try to keep up as much as I fucking can.
UFC is not as good as UFC, I'm sorry.
No, I mean, I
advertise what's going on. I still like UFC sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. Or I don't know fighters, it makes it less interesting to me. I like to know something, I mean, it's still cool to see. It's not like I ever see it on. I mean, a lot of it I think has to come to do with where it's at. Your battery is running low. Oh, because you didn't plug it in this time?
It was plugged in before. They should have had a full fucking charge.
I don't know. Hopefully that doesn't run short. Or we're 10 minutes out or so that we can stop an episode. So I don't know what you want to do. Do you have the cord?
Yeah.
Where's the cord at? Bear with us for a second, guys. I know she's not ready to come back at least yet. I just did at 2 o'clock with her. She just not on her hair appointment, hopefully.
She's finally doing her hair appointment.
Yeah. Well, she went back there to go do it, and they told her she had to sign up.
Oh, she had to do an appointment
Yeah,
or whatever.
because there was no time. She should have did it the other day. So I told her, go do your fucking hair. This lady crazy wants to argue with me about shit instead of doing shit.
Oh, women.
I was down to a big old fight that day when she went out to do her hair that day.
Last week?
Yeah, right after that.
Oh, plugs in on this side.
Started fucking yelling at me and shit. I told you already. I don't deal with that shit. Don't fucking yell at me. I'm trying to help you out. That's all I'm trying.
That's why I'm so happy.
What? Can you go or something? Is that what you're gonna try?
Yeah. No, I mean, don't get me wrong. Please, don't get me wrong or misunderstand. I'm not saying there's anything bad about being in a relationship. I don't need the headache right now.
She had a headache sometimes. I get aggravated about anything sometimes. Let's be honest. I'm not the easiest fucking person to get along with. She does pretty good with my fucking cranky ass sometimes. I'll openly admit I'm cranky, especially when I'm trying to do shit. I'm not used to that yet. Somebody being up in my space like that. It's taking some getting used to. You know, the dog does that shit. Go away. Go in the cage. You can get it. Out of the hair. That's what I need.
Maybe you need to get a cage for her.
I tried to tell her to go throw in a cage. It didn't turn out so well.
Did you put her in it?
No.
You should have.
I'm trying to put her and the dog both in the cage.
You should have put them in it.
Left her outside a little bit. But not really. I just told her I was going to. My dumbass sat outside the door for like 10 minutes and then you called and text me or something. Could I get it? I said, I don't know. Can you? So her and my dog were at the door like fucking looking like opening the door. Like what?
I would have locked this door but then left these two wide open.
That's where she was.
Out back?
Yeah, so I could stare at her too. I had the door, but I pretended like I locked it. I didn't really lock it.
He said so I can stare at her!
Take my fun too.
Bro, and you say I'm an asshole.
What? That shit's entertaining.
But when I do it, I'm an asshole.
I didn't. Never once did I claim I wasn't an asshole.
But I'm saying it's you
don't understand. That's why we get along. I didn't say that I wasn't one too.
Okay, no.
Yes, I'm going to call you out for being an asshole. There's nothing wrong with you calling out me for being an asshole. That was an asshole moment. 100%. You're not wrong. If that's what you want to hear, it's cool.
I don't want to hear that because that's not what we do.
Yeah, he's an asshole.
I had to put on the Thug Life shades because Tommy did that. I didn't know about that, and that's fucking hilarious.
I just want to show the YouTube picture. That's issue 2 comic. We actually have this one almost done. Couple tweaks left on this one because actually issue 2, I ain't gonna lie, or issue 1 is going to get a fucking full refrontal just to try to get Rico looking a little better. It shouldn't be as hard, but it takes a while to get things. That way everybody can get a little picture of it. But that's our issue 2 cover. Pretty cool. If you like this shit, it's going way better. Instead of coming up with big snags in mine, I gotta find a fucking better page editor. Because I'm pretty fucking, critique on things. At least with this, I can use. What I like about this one, and I'll show you a lot more when I should have a whole comic printed up next week. But is the narrative in this one. And I'll show you how good it is. It's explaining the pages.
Okay.
Like, it helps so much because a lot of times the story I have on there is not in there technically. For example, you see that Bobby and or Joey and them are breaking out from prison, but you really don't see it in most pages yet. Really, Bobble's there. You kind of get a mention. He's on the first page. You hear him in prison, but he's breaking out with them. Anyways, at one point, because Bobble's not staying around for this one, not really in it. Just mention him to use references. He show shit for later story too. Helps build everything. The point is, at one point he jumps into a helicopter and jets, and they just show a helicopter. They don't show him getting in it. And Joey's like, "Hey, it technically looks like on the page that Joey's getting picked up by the helicopter, driving a van. It just doesn't make sense without it being explained on there. So
Okay.
I added a lot of narrative to help out shit like that." And so it goes a little deeper. Once I have the whole thing printed out for you next week, I'll show you. It's actually a hell of a lot better story to put together. So I can't wait. Who else is going live, man? These motherfuckers. Who's that?
Clapper Academy.
I don't want to be part of Clapper Academy. What the fuck is that, dude? You call it Clapper Academy? Okay.
In case I need to learn something.
You need to go to fucking Clapper Academy. I know you.
You need to go to fucking Clapper Academy.
Oh, I don't need to go there.
Why do I need to go?
Because you got the clap.
We got the clap. Oh, yeah. That was a great fucking movie.
Yeah, I can't ever watch stuff like that. I'm sorry, Facebook. You don't need to see me anyway. You got to see my arm to hear me. At least I hope you hear me.
Oh, because according to Tommy, you guys only need to see me.
Pretty much.
No.
Pretty much.
I don't agree with that sentiment.
And where all the views are, man.
No, that's not true.
We need the eye candy on the fucking thing, not Tommy.
Then you should be on there.
Definitely don't need to be on there.
Yeah.
But I've got no comments again. Nobody thinks anything about Chuck Norris or fucking Bruce Lee. This is a great comment. Comments.
What's crazy is we even threw anime into it, and you figure everybody watches fucking anime.
Where everybody at, man? Hey, this kind of happens sometimes. It kind of happens when we have bad plans. I blame it on Mark.
I do blame him too because yeah, because
why is people?
There's been a couple of times now where we've had to kind of like divert and come up out of nowhere with some shit.
But I won't be playing before me. Let's just be honest. I might invite him back to try to just do the show one more time, but I'm not planning on being here at all. At all. I mean, show up. No, we don't. We're planning on something else, and we'll have to divert if he shows up. But it's not even going to be a diversion. It'll be two topics mixed in one. Is what will end up happening. He'll just be talking about it with us and showing a little bit about what he got going on. He does do some pretty good with video editing and shit. He puts a lot more work into it than I do. I've messed with a little bit because he sent me the links to the shit he uses. So I do have a couple things that I've messed around with a little bit. I'll be tweaking more, but I don't like how much they change the characters when they try to do it on the one he gave me.
Yeah.
Like it gives you some shit, but it immediately changes the characters on. So I got some movement out of guys. They're not really us. I can't they just take my pages and make the characters like I want. That's the biggest problem I have in switching between outputs. They don't want to keep the styles and shit. Everybody wants to change shit up.
I think for my book, I know what I'm going to go with.
Oh, what's that?
I wanted to give myself a challenge. Plus, because you're doing, the whole Detective Rico Rodriguez Torres thing in the comics, I wanted to take one of my different ideas and let you run with that. So I'm thinking about doing, mixing in with the whole Salem witch trials. Because I've been thinking about that a lot more, and that is the one thing that I have heard constantly, both throughout my life and especially now being away from Massachusetts and on in Florida and watching reels and stuff from people back home who make them. Is one of the biggest things is people always say when they're from Massachusetts, people says, I'm from Massachusetts. They say I'm from Boston. Then it's like, well, where are you from exactly? And they say some shit like fucking, some way out the way fucking town. Like fucking Sandwich. No, you're not from Boston. You're from fucking Sandwich. And like one of the things that I, tend to say is, I'm from Massachusetts. Well, what part? Well, I was born in Salem. Grew up in Lynn. Things like that. So, and I don't know. I love Salem. I'm really proud to be from there. And I'm like, you know what? I think I want to go with that little modern day twist on it.
But the whole thing about what I'm doing could have nothing to do with what you're doing.
No, I know, but I wanted to challenge myself because I feel like coming up with stories for him would be, it's going to be the easiest way to do it. Because those stories I can start formulating right now and probably come up with the first 3 books in my head and how I want them to go.
Wouldn't that be better to see how that goes?
I mean, yeah, but I want to challenge myself.
That is a challenge.
And I want,
Writing a book is a challenge, bro.
No, I know, but I want to take a harder topic. I mean, the detective, Rico Rodriguez stuff would be simple for me, especially because, I already read up on a lot of laws and stuff like that. I already watch procedural shows and shit like that. Like, it'd be so easy to write those fucking stories. I want to take a different topic that I would have to, like, do more extensive research on and things like that because I feel like my mind works better like that. Like, if I have more that I have to do for it, it will come out all the more worthwhile.
I have a big expanding universe coming out of that. So it's like just expanding more and more. Because I've got the other issue after that laid out, and what to end up doing is that the one you kind of see the structure and the story too turned into what's going to happen in 3 and 4. It's going to be a Young Justice, Depth of Justice 1 and 2. Part 1, Part 2. I'm just going to tell the beginning story in 2 parts. And I got half of it laid out already.
Do y'all see the shit he's coming up with? Can we please be excited? Because I am.
And
I don't know how the fuck y'all couldn't
that
be.
issue's ready. And like I said, I got some going back to tweak all that first comic still again. I don't like how 100% turned out. I think I want to add narrative like I had to the second comic, and I'll see what you think when I print out that one. That's just a little test of it. I was actually trying to get it printed out, but I had some final editing because if I'm trying to print at this point, I'm trying to do it as a final print instead of looking at shit and wasting a bunch of ink. That's my best bet, not to waste a bunch of money for no reason. So now I'm trying to, because that shit expensive. I realized how much the ink for it was. That shit was like $80. On top of what I've already spent. But now the spending's way down. I got a bunch of ink stored, so I'm good for a while. Only thing I'm probably going to do is go get, I like that paper so much, man. It's so much cooler.
So by the time Tommy needs more ink, you guys will be able to subscribe to the OnlyFans because we got to pay for this shit. So
It's all good. Why buy this shit though?
I'm gonna be mowing lawns and crop tops and daddy shorts.
What you guys need to do is get the story out there, and maybe we'll come big one day in the comics, made after Rico.
Then we'll be able to go to conventions and meet you guys face to face. Come hang out, grab a picture.
And then the podcast would really take off when you guys actually want to talk to us.
And I want y'all to know too that if we ever got big enough to where we were able to do conventions and shit, I don't care what nobody says. I'm not charging y'all to take a fucking picture with me.
We'll do whatever, and I'm not gonna lie to you. I'm gonna really push for him to still do this shit. I really.
Like I'm that type.
Big, and we'll be the type of people that we're gonna talk about everything going on with us still. And I still would want to get out here once a week, whatever day, because it might change if our lifestyle busy. You know, you might only have a fucking Saturday or a fucking crazy Wednesday. But then when we popular, people actually like us and want to hear us, and whenever the fuck we put it out there, you'd be like, oh shit, Tommy and Rico are on. Imagine.
You guys are gonna hear about how Tommy and I got famous and all this shit has happened and we're doing conventions and everything like that. You guys will be able to read the tabloids and see that Tommy's just chilling. He's just out there just doing his own thing, like living a normal, peaceful life. Like he's kind of private, doesn't want nobody all up in his shit. He don't do nothing crazy. You guys are gonna see just a bunch of fucking bullshit from me.
The problem is, I'm taking my other boys with me too. Joey coming with us too.
You guys are gonna just be hearing a bunch of stories about how me and Joey went to a club and did some dumb shit.
Yeah, I ain't doing that shit anymore. I can't. I can't.
I'm not saying that we're gonna be doing like dumb shit to where it's like constant arrests and stuff like that, but we're always gonna be out there for something like crazy.
Oh yeah. I'll probably be involved with crazy. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna be quiet. Like, hey, I got. If it gets too much,
Guys are gonna hear how me and Joey rented out a whole strip club, but nobody went in.
crazy stuff. That's what happens to get paid.
Right now, strip club, so nobody goes in. That'll teach them a lesson.
I be living my life. Still about to say. I have a lot more Chicago Bulls stuff. I'll be supporting that shitty team. That stupid on.
You guys know that if we ever got that, famous or whatever, anything like that, any free time that I had, I would be with my kid, and me and him would probably be on a fucking in Puerto Rico for the fucking whatever couple days I had free or whatever. We'd just be chilling, or maybe I.
What you talking about? We gonna go to places like that just for fun. You gonna hang out with me all the time just because we have to. Because I walk by in the God's fan and see you. You gonna be my permanent buddy. Do whatever I like. Let's go. We fucking out. Going to Puerto Rico. I need somebody to talk to these motherfuckers.
I'm going out to meet people. What do you do for work? I hang out with my homeboy. So you don't have a job? No, that is my job. I hang out with my homeboy.
Only if when that happens, they come and like, hey, I just paid you. Come like touch your phone or something.
Touch my phone and transfers money. He's like, we got shit to do. This is what I'm paying you for. Let's go. Like this, I'm like, how much do you get paid? It's like 10,000 fucking bucks, and I'm like, that's what I get paid to go do dumb shit. See you later.
He would be so mad.
That'd be the craziest shit ever, though. Like, you just talking to people, like, what do you do for work? I hang out with my homies. No, but what do you do for work? That's what I do for work.
Oh, yeah, right though. But
hang out with my homies incorporated.
What's gonna happen? Like, say there's something to happen with this. I know you fucking got stories, so we're gonna be doing way more. You just know I'm going to. You think that's the only like story I have? This is just where I can concentrate one issue to, and I'm not gonna lie. The part of the easiness of this is I don't like care about the depth of the character. I mean, don't get me wrong. I want the story to be fucking really good, very into it, but it's not like reworking on this other comic. My other comic, I've already got fucking pissed at this computer 4 or 5 times just trying to create one fucking panel. One panel, not a whole page, one panel. And it just frustrates the fuck out of me when it's something I'm just so fucking into. And that's what I'm saying. Something like this is good because the story that's just keeping broadcasting bigger and bigger as I get. And I'm only just coming up with a thing and helping other shit out. Because I love one of the things they did. That's my favorite part of the fucking title. It's just tight.
Yeah.
I know this won't be talking about a lot. I'll die down on this soon enough, probably. Maybe.
I'm not gonna lie though, there is one thing that I've always wanted to do if I ever like made it famous or whatever, and I know that me and Joey will do it, hanging with the homies incorporated. I wanna get drunk and recreate the scene from Mr. Deeds when they're on the roof and they're just throwing eggs at fucking people who are jogging. Fucking healthy loser, getting yourself better. You're gonna get fat again.
How did this happen? The only thing I got to ask for this is if we get famous now just because of today. Let's say 2 people we got to throw eggs at just because of what happened in this episode. First one we know. You know who it is? Can you guess? We talked about this episode. Who do I want to throw eggs at this episode? Because they're not me trying to get their body better, getting sick. They're doing things to better their lives.
Yeah.
So who did we say? 2 people today.
Tyler
was one, and my buddy Mark is the other.
Yeah.
We're going to throw eggs at those motherfuckers if we ever get famous, just because. That's the people who better in your life. What are you doing? You should come and create comic books with us. That's the thing we got to do.
Do you know what the worst part is?
What?
Because you're going to end up telling me to calm down because I'm going to throw an egg at Tyler. He's going to look down at the ground and I'm like, look at you, fatty. You probably want to eat it, don't you? Look at you. You want to eat it, don't you? You can't eat it off the ground. You got to cook it first. You'd probably eat it like that. Your beard looks stupid. It doesn't look stupid to you. I'm just playing.
I haven't even seen his beard.
Hmm?
I haven't even seen his beard.
Thought he had it on one of his Facebook pictures.
I don't want to get on Facebook. I'm not gonna lie. I'm on there for a second. I don't see his post.
I don't really neither unless I go look. But
I think there's some fucking thing on there where it just doesn't show us some shit television.
I am gonna tell you right now though, real talk. We do get famous or whatever. I know the one thing that I am doing, and it's because it's something that I've always wanted to do. I want to buy a little spot, and during the day I want it to be like, breakfast and lunch and stuff like that. But at night, I want it to be like a little Spanish club. Like during the day and stuff, I want my parents up in there cooking and everything like that. I'll be there working with them whenever I can and things like that, and that's what I want to do. And then at night, I just want it to be a really dope, like Spanish spot where you can come dance salsa, bachata, merengue, cumbia, todo eso mierda. Puede bailar todo, tú sabes. And I just want to have a chill spot where people can come and, have an appreciation for the Latin community. I'm also going to take a bunch of money and try to do what I can for not only where I'm from in Massachusetts, but I would also love to be able to help my island as well. So I do have philanthropic ideas of what to do. I'm not just going to be out here splurging money, but I mean, we've already talked about this before too, where I'm not getting no fucking $60,000, $80,000, $100,000 car, $1 million car. I'm getting me a nice little $20,000, $30,000 car, and I'm chilling with that because I don't need all that fancy shit. I might upgrade my watch.
I have one big time getting up. If we do get famous off this kind. Because anytime we come out of a cool ass car, them will always be bitching at you about you getting shot up all the time. Somehow
Okay, so you basically took every fucked up idea that I had for books and put them into one detective comic, and then you decided you wanted to throw Bad Boys into it? Fucking Will Smith always complaining about the shit that happened with his car with Martin Lawrence.
And I just know I'd be bitching if I had a car like that. It was always getting shot up because he was ass.
Actually, no. Do you know what that reminds me of? I don't know if you've ever watched it, but when they remade Hawaii Five-0 in like 2010 or whatever, that was Detective Danny Williams' problem. Steve always drove the car and always got it like shot up or rammed it into something. He's like, I've always got to get a new fucking car because of you.
My real thoughts on that, though, is think about it. I've thought about all like detectives and all this type of shit like that. What do they all have in common? Somebody's got a badass car. Or at least a memorable car, at the very least. There's just so many shows that kind of the duos, that's kind of what happened there. Like Dukes of Hazzard, their car,
Starsky and Hutch.
There you go. I mean, there's just memorable cars. Fucking the ones we were just talking about, Supernatural Boys.
Yeah, the Impala.
So very many memorable cars. To be honest, I think what I'm gonna have to do, that's not even the car I want. To be honest, what car I do want, and this is a reality because I had it before, and I'd like to get the souped up version because I never had that. I just had a tanked up version when my dad left me. Zach got fucking 18 years, get fucked up, and I still got a pretty good amount out of it. Sold it when I was 18, got some money, I guess. I don't know what happened. Anyway, sucks. I used to have a shirt when I was a kid, no bullshit. I swear when I was a kid, I want a 57 Chevy, I literally did, no joke. And nobody believed me. But I did, I literally did. And so I'd like to get that 57 Chevy just like that. Fixed up and nice. I would love to have that fucking like a black and red. That probably is actually my dream car. Which probably I'm going to switch to in the future. How to get that car.
Pretty sure my dad had I think he had a 67 GTO.
So that's about the only thing I really spend money on.
That'd be mine, a 67 GTO.
But you get a car like that, you can actually get that car, and at least the money is well spent because you're getting a classic car, getting a good part.
No, that'd be the only time that I'd spend that amount of money.
That is smart. These people, like my girlfriend, she would immediately go out and buy a Porsche or something like that. And I told her, I said, you do know that is like well known. It's like one of the biggest piece of shit cars. They just put a fucking high price tag on it.
Mm-hmm.
No. I said, no, they really are. I'm not just saying to say it. I understand the way they look.
I'd still be out there driving a fucking Yoda.
I mean, most of my everyday fucking car, I'll probably still drive that SUV if it was me.
Yep.
To be honest with you, my everyday car.
Yep.
I'd have something like that, a fucking nice car. One nice car.
I'd have the 67 GTO just so like I can listen.
Garage ready to go. Oh, I'd drive it.
Yeah, no, I would too. And there's one song that I would play anytime I was driving it to go up somewhere. Like if I was going out to like a club, do a little meet and greet, have a good night, whatever, I'd pull up, and it is like a rock. It's more rock, but it's still considered country. It's a song from Justin Champagne, and it's called "Pull Up." And it's when I pull up in the whip, they be saying "God damn." When I hop out with my shorty, they be saying "God damn." Some other line that he's like, they be looking at me like, "Damn, he's the man, he's the man," and I'm like, that's what I want. I want them to be like, "Nah, that's Rico, right?" And I could tell. And then when I pop, I'll be like, "God damn," and I'm like, okay. I just want to stunt on him once, real talk. Tell me anything you want to say over YouTube before we sign off this shit, because I know we're getting up there in time.
Appreciate you guys for listening to us. As always, when we famous, we still gonna be here. I promise. If it ever happens,
We just gonna be in a nicer kitchen.
yeah, maybe I'll still be in this kitchen. It'd be nice to be in there. I mean, I'd make a Rico slum with me sometimes.
I'm okay with slumming it, because I'm from the ghetto.
It's okay. I want to keep my money spent well somewhere.
Mine too.
He's gonna be spending his fucking money in strip clubs. He already just told me he buy out a whole strip club. That was like his first fucking purchase.
Okay, first off,
Did you say that?
I said I'm going to rent it out so nobody goes in.
Maybe tell me a year ago. Well, that's still gonna be costly.
I mean, yeah, but that's the only time I'm gonna do it. It's not like I'm gonna be at the strip clubs all the fucking time.
Let's hope, man.
No. Do you want to know what I'm gonna be doing? Sitting at home, waiting to get that call like, so do you have to work today? No, I don't. You've received such and such amount from Tommy. Nope, gotta go to work.
Yeah, hopefully we get that fucking shit where you just gonna be fucking busy. That's what I'm saying. Like, we getting in there. We going to work, bro. We got a lot of ideas. We finally put some of that shit out there.
I'm finally gonna make an album.
If you're gonna do that, that's what I was gonna talk about the idea that we made us money. Like, we can go big on a comic. We can concentrate on comics.
I know.
That's the one thing you're probably you concentrate on me. Stop spreading that pepper everywhere.
But I want to make an album.
No, stop spreading that pepper. You can, but just like slow down. You gotta take.
I know, but
that pepper going fast. You ain't gonna have no pepper left.
I just want to make one album.
You gonna try to write this one art book too?
Yeah. I just want to make one album.
Fuck it, I'm gonna write the Depth of Justice book now too. Motherfucker.
Anywho, YouTube, we want to thank y'all for tuning in with us. And if I can give y'all two pieces of advice before I sign off this. One, and I know I've said it before, but I'm going to say it again because I feel like sometimes people really do need to hear it again. Don't wipe your ass with pine cones. It's just not sanitary enough. And for two, I don't know why, but my boy got this problem. He be talking about throwing hot honey buns at the homeless. Pray for my boy because he bugging. No, it's not Tommy, but
I'm not throwing no hot shit, no fucking balls. Thank you very much.
I don't know what the fuck's going on anymore. You know, but we off this shit. We
Peace out, guys. Thank you for joining us. Check us out again next week. Blah, 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 blah. We all know those places. You can check
Zelda, why are you gonna lay right behind me, baby girl?
so that she's just relaxing by somebody's feet. And I'm off, motherfuckers. I hope you heard me this time. I tried.
He was dealing with the mamacita last week.